Going on, TLA family? Back again with another Burk's Thoughts. This one, it's going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit tough, so to say. Um, what I want to talk about, what's on my mind right now is mental health, in particular men's mental health, um, and just how, you know, how tough it is, when it comes to our mental health in the world, and and some of the struggles that we go through as men, um, especially when especially when you're from a certain area, you come from a certain wealth area. You come well, not area, but um, a wealth class, so to say, and you're dealing with certain obstacles that life has handed you that are outside of your control, and just how society starts to view mental health as well. Um, like I said, it's going to be a tougher one, because we all battle our own demons, and of course I have my own. But first, before I really tap into that, on giving my thoughts on there, um, I forgot to announce, we'll officially announce what was the winner of the tequila battle and Wednesday's Tequila with Friends. For that, I did a celebrity tequila battle. And as you see, I'm wearing the hat. Well, you can't see if you're listening to this, but if you're looking at this on YouTube, then you can clearly see what hat I'm wearing. And it's not on purpose, the tequilas that were in the battle were Lobo 1707, Vita Tequila, um, El Bandito Tequila, and Santo Tequila. All of them were the reposados of the respective brands. As you know, Lobo 1707 originally was owned by, well, not owned, but invested in by LeBron James. And of course, a lot of other athletes, from what I've heard, have invested into that now. And then you have Vita Tequila, who is owned by one of the housewives, I believe, of Utah. Um, and El Bandito is owned by Chris Chelios. And Santo Tequila, what I have right here, it is owned by Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar. And I also gave my thoughts on Celebrity Tequila, along with all my other guests that I was fortunate enough to have tune in. If you have not watched it, then you need to go back onto my IG page on Wednesday. It's posted. You can go and watch the full Tequila with Friends. Our topic was crazy stories, and thoughts on celebrity liquors, celebrity cigars. So it was a good talk. And it was a good time. But Santo Tequila, it won out. The Reposado, you can really tell that Sammy Hagar and Guy Fieri knows their shit. I know that Sammy is the main one that's going on there and trying the tequila and everything. And you know anything about Sammy Hagar, he's been drinking tequila for fucking decades. So he knows his shit. He picked a great tequila when it came to those tequila battles that I had. So actually my first pour of the night is going to be a pour of the Santo Tequila, the Reposado. First of many pours tonight, I should say. So cheers to Santo. Good job on this tequila. Anyone that hasn't had Santo, it's a slight butteriness to it. A little bit of pepper on the back end, a little sweetness. You can definitely taste the agave that's in there. Once you let it breathe a little bit, it becomes even better than what it is. Of course, the first sip is always the worst sip, but even the first sip is not, it's not a bad sip. But yeah, so cheers to Santo. Congratulations on winning TLA Tequila Battle for the week of the 10th, December 10th. But yeah, let's get into it. Mental health. Also coming from where I come from, where you're growing up in the projects, you don't have a father around. It's a single mother raising two boys, myself and my brother. Having uncles that were really tough guys, in and out of jail, shit like that. And me being a bigger black guy, I'm 6'5", around 280. You're told to be tough. You're told to not have any feelings. You're taught to not have any emotions. You're taught to stuff it all in and keep going. Just keep going, keep picking yourself back up, keep going. No one wants to hear you cry. No one wants to hear your pain. You're not supposed to have any pain. You're not supposed to have any complaints. And you're supposed to just suck it up and go. You're supposed to just keep it moving. Let it brush off your shoulders, keep it moving, and keep going on for a better day. And then when you get into athletics, it's the same thing. Pain is only temporary. Pain is only temporary. Mental toughness over feeling, feeling exhausted. Get over your mental barriers. If you want to be the best, you have to be unflappable, so to say. And let's be honest, it leads to suicide. The suicide rate is the highest amongst men, and that's not by surprise. It's not by surprise at all, because we're forced to eat our emotions. We're forced to swallow our emotions. No one wants to hear us. No one wants to be there for us. And we can't go and talk to other men, because then we're looking weak. We can't go talk to a therapist, because that's weak. Or there's no therapist around that can really understand what we're saying. And can understand the pain that we go through, especially when you grow up with no father and the projects, and really no opportunities that you can really fall back on, that you're really exposed to. And you have to all you're seeing around you are drug dealers and 2-bit hustlers, and you're not seeing anyone that's doing any great things. Or you say you're a country boy, and you're a country boy. You're not supposed to cry. You're a city dude. You're a hood dude. You're not supposed to cry. Crying's for babies, is what they always used to say. But man, for someone that suffered demons, myself, I'm telling you, man, you gotta let that shit out. You gotta find a way to let it out. You can't solve your problems in the bottom of a barrel, bottom of a bottle, or through any of this stuff that really harms you. Like, yeah, I have a ton of liquor. I drink a lot of liquor, but and I like to get drunk. But when I'm upset, when I'm mad, when I'm depressed, I'm down, I walk away from the bottle. I walk away from everything, because I want to stay sober, because I don't want that to be my crutch. I don't want it to be my crutch that I keep running to, because that's how addictions start, and that's how dependence start. And you don't want to be dependent on a bottle. You don't want to be dependent on a narcotic, whatever it is. To do that, you need to find someone to talk to that can understand, even if it's just a random person that's just sitting there, just was willing to listen, or seek help from a professional. Get it off your chest. And women, I know you're like, hey, what about the women? What about the women? Hey, I got you. I got you. I just want to start off here because this is near and dear to my heart. I've suffered from depression. I've suffered from anxiety. I've suffered from fear of failure, from loss, from not feeling worthy, from not feeling worth anything, from feeling like a piece of shit. But, you don't have to stay there, man. You don't have to stay in that mindset. You don't have to stay in that life, in that lifestyle, and it's hard to drag yourself out of it. It is very hard to drag yourself out of it. You get lost in that rabbit hole. It's very hard to see the light, look back up and see the light back to better mental health. Especially, I'm speaking from a former athlete's perspective, because when you're a former athlete and not just, someone that just played in high school or was maybe just an average starter or whatever, but like if you're like a former athlete or an athlete that's someone that has a name that has potential, and you start to have a lot of people that are around you that are not around you because they genuinely love you and they genuinely like being around you, but they're around you because they want something from you. They want to profit off of you in one way, one shape, form, or another. And this goes for, men, women, children. Like, it's crazy how warped your mental mindset comes, and you see these former athletes and everything, you see them going broke, or you see them, committing suicide or whatever it may be, or harming themselves because they, because everyone that's been around them their whole life has been there to come up off of them, as opposed to genuinely wanting to be there for them because they genuinely love them and they appreciate them and they respect them and they like them as a person. And that is truly, truly hard and devastating when you fall off in one way, shape, or form, and you have, these people that you feel like will be there for you no matter what, that just poof, they're gone. No one's there to be found. No one wants to talk to you. No one wants to hang out. No one wants to do anything. And here you are thinking these guys, these people are your best friends and in your support system. But then you find out, damn, they weren't trying to support me at all. They call them vultures. It's fucking tough, man. So a little piece of advice for athletes that are going through that, it's, man, you have to see what someone's going to do, like how someone is going to act towards you when you're not giving them shit. Meaning you're not paying any bills, you're not doing anything but just being there as a friend. You're not buying drinks, you're not doing whatever. You're just going to a bar, you're buying your drinks, they're buying their drinks, or, you're just hanging out at the house and all you're doing is just chit-chatting, shooting it up, watching a game or whatever, seeing if that person genuinely wants to be around you in those times, as opposed to only being there when it's this or when it's that, and you guys are spending a lot of money, and or you guys are going out and they can potentially benefit from the people who know you or want to be around you, and now they can benefit in one way, shape, or form because now you're a part of the crew. Now they're a part of the crew, and it's like, dude, like, it's just hard. It hurts on the mental health as well. But yeah, coming up on the 15-minute mark. I'll take a drink in my drink. I really do like this. SantosSpirit.com, look, they have the information right there on the side. SantosSpirit.com, you can go and order a bottle. I don't know if they have them at any other vendors, any other websites where you can grab it, but I think it's worth giving it a try. Do I think it's top shelf? No, it's not top shelf, but the way I put it on my Wednesday show, if I'm looking at celebrity tequilas, I would rank it like Santo would be like the everyday drink, everyday pour, not too expensive, not crazy, not a horribly crazy price tag. I'm gonna drink that on an everyday basis. And then you go up to Lobo 1707, which has a higher brand name. It's Asian, former PX Spanish wine barrels. And then you go to Código 1530. That would be my ranking of celebrity tequilas for that. And then also have an Apex Predator beer here. It is a farmhouse ale, 6.5% alcohol volume. It says malts, pills, flaked wheat, honey malt, hops are crystal and sterling. Secret techniques are free rise, fermentation, prey selection. So, I think this is a nice backer. Not too heavy. I love the complexity of it. It kind of has a nice citrus to it as well. It's not like it's more like a wheat ale, so to say. A better wheat ale. Honestly, I like it better than Blue Moon. I like it better than a lot of other wheat ales that I have. I think I spent like $10 for a 4-pack on this. So not bad at all. A little dry hops in there as well. I think a well-rounded beer. I could probably drink this, on a week in, week out basis. Maybe, two a week or whatever. So I like it. It's a good beer. Good backer for this. Not something I'm in a rush to drink down because it's actually tasty. It's nice, delicious, not a heavy pour, but it's also not like a Bud Light pour where it's like it's like water and with no flavors. Has a nice flavor profile. So yeah, and also a couple other bottles I picked up this week. Happy to have Pappy Van Winkle 15-year on my bar now. This is, from what I've heard, from what I've been told from everyone who works in the industry and everything, the 15-year is the best drinker of them all if you can't get the rye. The rye comes out like every other year, every 3 years, so to say, every 2-3 years. So I'm happy to have this 15, my first 15 ever. I have a 12, so hopefully I'll be able to get the rye next year. And I did get it at retail. I did not pay that absorbent price of $2,500 that's going for on the secondary market. So I'm happy to have that. No, I'm not sending out more pours. If you're getting a pour Pappy 15 from me, you've already been told, and that's it. You're done. No other pours are going out. All right. I also did pick up this El Tesoro aged in Lafleur, finished in Lafleur Scotch barrels. Cask. Finished in Lafleur Scotch cask. This is a limited release. This may be a one-time only release, but I like it. It's delicious. Has a nice blend of peatiness and nice blend of peatiness and the fresh agave, fresh cooked agave that you always expect from El Tesoro, especially their Blanco with that slight little sweetness to it that the Añejo brings out. So, sorry, I got a little burp in there from the beer. So it's really good. I like it. You guys are in Chicago, definitely go hit up Marino's Liquor. From what I know so far, this is the only liquor store that has this bottle, so definitely go and check it out. But yeah, for women, getting back to mental health. But for women, all my sisters out there, I know it's tough too, man. You know, it's it's fucking hard to be a woman in this environment. You're expected to you're expected to be a great mother, a great wife, not complain, be happy with your life, be happy with what's being sent to you, and you have to keep this certain body image that's not realistic, and it may not be what makes you the happiest in life, and it's unfair. I mean, you may have a man that, I know my wife would say this, is that we're too hard-headed to fucking listen, or we're too prideful to listen, and life may not come out with you. You may have, pregnancy issues or body issues, whatever it may be, that comes with just being a woman in this society, in American society. And it's, you're looking down, you're looking at the Victoria's Secret models, you're looking at this, you're looking at that, you're looking at this. You're getting judged by your family, you're getting judged by society, you're getting judged by your friends and everything, and you're trying to keep up with this standard. And then some women may also be the main breadwinners in their homes right now, for one reason or another, or you may be single mothers and just out there just trying to grind and do it yourself, man. And just seeing my wife and seeing my mother, seeing other women that are in my lives, going through the shit that they go through, man, shit is not easy, it's not easy one bit, but you ladies have to talk about it, you ladies have to talk about it, build your sisterhood, let it out, don't let a society's image of your body, or society's image of who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, what a woman is supposed to be, define your actions. So go and find out what you want to be. Find out who you want to be, who is truly you, and be that woman. Be that amazing woman that you are. And know that you have people that are going to support you throughout it all. And if they don't accept who you are, then fuck them. And I say that to everyone else. If no matter if you're if there's issues with you being black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Arabic, lesbian, gay, straight, trans, whatever it is, live your life. Be happy with who you are. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate, this life that you've been blessed with, and who gives a fuck about what other people say or what other people think? There's only, if they can't appreciate you for who you are, then fuck them. And it's harsh to say that. It's hard to say that. It's harsh to say that. But at the end of the day, the only thing that you should be focusing on is your own happiness when it comes to your mental health. Now, I understand as a parent myself. I understand we have to put our feelings and our emotions to the side sometimes for the sake of our children and for the sake of our families. But we have to also take some time each day to yourself and build your own mental health. Build your, take care of yourself. Take that breather. Take those, even if it's 30 minutes, an hour, where you can just go and, just be just you. Only have to focus on you during the day. Just, hide in the bathroom or go out, me coming down to my bar, and have my drinks, or, you finding your space, where you can shut out the world, come and breathe, or you can just, do whatever you need to do to reset, to relieve that pressure. and then finding your time to get away from it all. You know, either if it's guys' night out or girls' night out, you know, or it's a little bit of a spa trip. Maybe you go to, you know, get a massage or whatever it is. You go for a drive, whatever your release is. Go and make sure you prioritize that at a certain extent as well. Because if we don't, if we're just slowly just running, and we run ourselves ragged, it's gonna all catch up with us, and it's gonna fucking explode like a powder keg, man. And it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be pretty at all. And worrying so much about what other people think of who we are, what we do, you know, how we think, you know, and having this fucking pressure to just please everyone, you know, it's fucking tough, man. It is tough. It is hard. It is tough. It is life. Life can be draining or it can be beautiful, you know. But at the end of the day, it's what you make it. It's what you make out of it. It's what you manifest for yourself. It's what you allow yourself to drive yourself towards certain goals. You know, I know it's hard to have, but you gotta have a positive attitude. You have to have a positive outlook on life. You have to not allow yourself to get down. And if someone's putting too much pressure on you, then you need to let them know. If you need to talk and relieve stress, you need to do that. Either make a video chronicles like I'm doing right now, or find a group of friends, even if it's just, you know, on Instagram or your podcast or YouTube or whatever it is. Find a group of friends to just talk with, have a drink, and, you know, and just be able to be yourself. That's, you know, at the end of the day, we all just want to be fucking happy. You know? We all just want to be happy. We all just want to be accepted for who we want to be. You know, I made it through this. But no, I'm going to go have some drinks with my neighbors. Have some more drinks before I do this, as I'm posting this, editing this. And I'm going to have my little mental break, you know, my little mental break from my grind, something that everyone needs, something that I need. I know that, you know, my wife needs it as well. Even your kids need it, you know. Watch out for your babies. You know, your baby's mental health is so important to who they become as adults, that we need to watch out for our babies too. So, you know, don't push your mental health to the side. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones. Taking time for yourself is not selfish. It's needed. It is needed. You know, in order for you to be able to be there for someone else, you have to be there for yourself too. You know, so take that time, you know, take the time you need, either a day or, you know, even if it's just a couple hours just to breathe, you know. And for spouses out there, speaking from a married man, give your spouse that time. You know, give your wife that time, give your husband that time, go on it, whatever it is, you know, to relieve stress, either having a cigar, smoke a little, you know, herb is what I mean by that. Herbals of the earth is what I mean by that. Or, you know, just having a cocktail or having a tequila. You know, we all need it. We all deserve it. Just as human beings, we all deserve it. And, you know, just give yourself permission to be happy. You know? So those are my thoughts. That's, you know, Burk's thoughts. I know I got a little bit deep on that one, but I really just feel like it's so important to talk about. And once again, go get you some Santos tequila. You know, I like it. They have a añejo coming out here very soon. If you're in Chicago, if you're in Marino's, go grab this from Marino's Liquor. And yes, I have this. No, If I haven't told you you got the pour, you're not getting the pour. Have a good night, guys. Love you all. See you again next week for another Burk's Thoughts. Fucking mumbling my words, whatever. But, stay tuned, guys. Have more to come. Love y'all.